19. And just carried on doing the things. I was teaching Sunday school. I was teaching the adult class, and being 13, teaching the adult class was quite an experience. I was very involved in the church, and at the age of 19, I left Manchester and came to Birmingham. And in that move, in coming to Birmingham, I met Pastor Errol Griffiths. And that's over some 26 years ago that I met him. It has always been my desire to serve God in spirit and in truth, and to bring others to know him. And it was a burning passion inside me when I looked around and saw the young people self-destructing and doing negative things. But at that time, I was going through turmoil as well. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to tell anybody anymore. I was born out, this Rosita now was born out of abuse, right? I've had a very abusive life, both physical, mental, and sexual. And in all that, God remained with me. I left the church because the people didn't understand what was going on with me, and they didn't believe what was happening to me. But God never left me, and I never left God. And in time, after a suicide experience, God spoke to me and he saved my life, because I decided to end it all, but he said no. And then I moved on, still searching, still seeking, still burning to serve the Lord, but in situations that I felt were not right. And one day the Lord came to me and he said to me, Rosita, I need you to serve me. I need you to bring your experience to the world so that others who are going through what you're going through will come to me and know that it is possible to survive. And I thought, nah, not me. I can't do this. And in that saying that, I lost my mind. When I say I lost my mind, I ended up in a mental institution. And in there, God was with me. I was able to see people at their worst and realize that anything is possible with God. And through the drugs that they were giving me and everything else, God kept me. And within a month, I saw the head psychiatrist there, and he says, what do you want to do? I said, I want to leave, and I need to go back to my church, and I need to find work and go back to my child. And he said, okay, we'll sign you out. And I knew that was God, because I know that they were going to keep me there over a couple of years. But within a month, God got me out of that situation. And it's recorded. And I came out and I started to work with my church. I started to seek out positions of where I could do something positive. And I fell into a relationship that was very abusive. And for 13 years, I was a battered wife. But God still was showing me what he would have me to do. And in that, I am now this person who is wholly clothed in God. And I know that Satan is annoyed to the max, because he set out to wipe me out, because he knew what God had put inside me and the damage I would be doing to his kingdom. And henceforth, I am here today. This time last year, I was in America. And I was there to meet my sister, to meet some evangelism people that were out there. And I had a most traumatic experience. I had a blood clot in my lung. And I was rushed to hospital under the emergency. I had the police stopping the traffic. I had escorted by 2 other police cars. These people just came out of nowhere and were clearing the way. When I got to the hospital, they were all waiting for me. They took me in, and they were working on me, and they told me that I only had 3% oxygen left in my lungs. So I was on my way out. And they said, we're going to have to intubate you. And I don't know what happened after that, but I found myself in a garden. And I was walking through this garden. It was the most beautiful place that I'd ever been to. And I wanted to stay there. But my niece who had passed on, who's a Christian, came to me and said to me, Auntie, this is not for you. God just wants you to see what's on the other side, but you have to go back because you have work to do. And apparently, according to the doctors and my sisters, I sat bolt upright on the table that I was on, and I pulled the intubation cube and everything out of my mouth and started to speak and praise God. And I'm here today. I left America They told me I couldn't fly. I said, God has got me, so I'm flying. And I flew back to England. And I came back here and I told of my experience. And believe it or not, the December, I had a stroke, which left me paralyzed. Another blood clot went to my brain, which left me paralyzed on the left-hand side. But as you can see today, I'm walking, I'm talking, and I'm praising God, because it's God and God alone why I'm here today. So when I got the call from my brother, of course I said yes. Because I know that I can say to anyone who's going through what I'm going through, I know what you're experiencing, and I understand, and I can tell you that I am living proof that you can overcome. There is no situation that God has not allowed me to face. So I know that the ministry, the evangelism that I'm going to put forth within P.L.C. Ministries is going to be dynamic, and it will bring those who are unreachable and those who have cut themselves off thinking that they are no good. I am here to change.